All right, so in this video, I want to quickly talk about the end of TikTok, which is quickly approaching here on the 19th. The Supreme Court just voted unanimously to approve of the government's ban. And here I am on TikTok. I've got 122,000 subscribers. So I do have some thoughts on it. And to be honest, and this is something that you don't hear on the app. I've seen plenty of videos of people screaming about how corrupt and evil the government is and how bad big businesses are and how it's all conspiracy. But you see absolutely no one with a contrarian viewpoint saying, hey, I can understand the ban. There are national security concerns at play here, and China cannot be allowed to have this much power. It's also really odd, right? Like, we are down here at The Wire, and ByteDance, they've had a lot of time to sell the app. And the United States, with about 170 million subscribers, has got to be their wealthiest consumer market for ad revenue. You would assume that, like, we're talking tens of billions of dollars are at stake for ByteDance, and they're just going to let it go, like they're going to let the lights turn off on the 19th, and that certainly appears to be the case here. But that doesn't raise red flags for anyone. Like, you're not asking, like, everyone's screaming about the government here in America, but nobody's like, why isn't ByteDance selling? This doesn't make any sense. So I've tried to get that message across to people, but obviously control of the algorithm is pretty relevant here. It's like what ideas you see, what thoughts you hear, who gets promoted and who doesn't. And that honest to goodness really is too much power to allow coming out of China. They don't necessarily share a lot of our ideals. I feel bad for your average Chinese citizen. And these are things that you can't necessarily say on TikTok. Criticism of the Chinese government, the CCP. I've never done it, on TikTok, because the assumption is that if you were to criticize them, they would sort of push you down in the rankings. So, yeah. But, this is YouTube, so I can say whatever I want, which is great. I won't have to do any more censored speak. They were really, really censored on TikTok. Like, on YouTube, you could say somebody was killed. On TikTok, you have to say somebody was unalived. There was a lot of this funny self-censorship, and people don't even realize how the application has affected our society. Like, saying unalived is a very common thing now, and everyone knows what I'm talking about, like, when I say it, or at least half of the country. Like, this is the effect it's had on us. It's very manipulative on a lower level. I loved TikTok. It was a lot of fun. I would host lives there. If you are looking at the two accounts between my YouTube channel and TikTok, I would just have fun doing lives. It's pretty much the same content. But as much as I enjoyed the content, if I was an elected representative, I would absolutely ban it. I totally would. Like, they can either sell it or it's banned, but I would not back down. And I certainly hope our government doesn't.